Hey guys, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab whatever it is that you wish to drink. Why? Because this is going to be a late night coffee time video that some of you may have been waiting in order to see, and for me in order to do. And I know that a certain someone, who is a friend on my Facebook, has also been waiting in order to see. Hi. It has been like 7 months since I have done a video on my own channel. I'm sorry, my mouth, yeah. I'm in like a really good mood right now, and yeah, no, I'm not drunk, so don't even go there. My mouth just naturally doesn't want to work sometimes, so yeah. Anyway, this is just going to be casual, random, I haven't done a video in a long time type thing. And the cats are going crazy. But anyway, I have an announcement to make. One that I have been a little nervous and a little excited in order to do. But, yeah, I am pregnant. I'm going to be 25 next month, and I am pregnant. And let me tell you, people can tell you, how they experience something, and they can tell you on and on and on of, all the things that they went through and everything that they did and whatnot. But being told something and experiencing it yourself are two totally completely different things. In order to actually live it and have it in your own perspective is completely different than from being told. How pretty much anything works out. And it hasn't been a bad experience. I will tell you that. It has been one hell of an experience. And I don't know, I kind of went through this phase of, I knew that I was pregnant because of the certain things and whatnot that weren't happening. But other than that, I didn't really have symptoms. Yeah, I got a little bit nauseous when I didn't eat, but other than that, I was pretty much fine, and I'm not having the pains. I will say that. I will keep it modest. Women should know what I'm talking about when, yeah. But, I'm not really experiencing the symptoms, and I didn't feel pregnant. I really didn't. Like, I knew that, I had to go to the doctors and, do my appointments like a good little girl. Or, soon to be mommy. But other than that, I didn't feel pregnant. It's like, this isn't happening to me, but yet, something wasn't happening, and it's like, okay, maybe this is real. And then I finally got to hear the heartbeat, and it's like, holy shit, this is real. And it's like, excited and nervous and a little confused. That's it at the same time. Quite honestly, I will tell you straight up, and I'm going to move you just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sorry. I feel like I am going through puberty all over again. Have any of you experienced that? Like, seriously, these women with the glowing skin and everything becomes all so suddenly beautiful and everything else when they're pregnant. Yeah, I feel like I'm going through puberty all over again. I feel like I'm constantly having PMS, the mood swings, and, I'm happy, ecstatic 1 minute, and I'm kind of irritated and cranky in the other, and I'm fucking biting people's heads off, and thankfully it's not at my husband. It's more like after everybody else. And, My oil glands are overactive yet again. My face is breaking out even more, and I feel like I'm going through puberty all over again. And I don't want to go through that again. I've already been through it once. I don't want to go through it again. Oh. Yeah. I watched a couple videos on YouTube and, got my hint from my friend on Facebook in order to do the damn coffee time videos. Because I can understand, I'm not saying that, I'm fantastic in, the fun department, because sometimes I do have attitude. But YouTube, people have not been posting like they used to. I mean, seriously? Okay, the whole thing with the disappearing poofing act was not a conscious decision. For those of you who are not friends with me on Facebook, we lost our internet. Money, funds were not available in order to pay the bill, and so we lost our internet. Okay. So that was not... We lost our internet in about June. I was having issues because the last video that I did was at the end of March on my own channel. No. But I was going through personal issues within those few months before we lost our internet, and I didn't want to be all and doing a video, because that, yeah. Give me a hoodie. But, yeah, I came back, we got our internet back earlier in the week, thank you to my husband. Yes, got married. Simple little courthouse wedding, but you know what? Had one of my best friends there. He came into the state and slept on our couch overnight. But it was fantastic. Hi. I don't know why I am so ecstatic right now. I really don't. I don't know. But, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, losing internet was not a conscious decision. At all. But, oh, yeah, and I told my husband a couple of days ago that, I used to get compliments that I look like my mother. I look in the mirror, and, I remember the way that she looked in my baby pictures, especially this particular Christmas one. I had to have been over a year old, at least 13 months. And, she's laying down on the floor watching me as I'm playing with my new toys. And, she had this really long hair down to her butt. And it just, you couldn't really see her face, but with the hair and, my face is filling out because of gaining weight, because of being pregnant, and I am starting to look even more like my mother. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, I'm not. But I just happened to notice that. So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, this was going to be a very casual video, and yes, somewhat random, but you know what? It has been a while. So, yeah. And I'm in a happy, good mood. And it is almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh well. Coffee. And yes, people who are so, crazy over coffee and pregnancy and caffeine and whatnot, I have cut back. Yeah, okay. Like, I don't even finish a full cup of coffee. The most I drink now is water, because my body has been craving more water. Why? Because it flushes out my system. And it's good for my body, and it's good for my baby. I found this kind of funny. And I'm so glad it came from the doctor. But, I was, without an actual doctor's note, I was told to stay away from a particular person in our personal life and my husband's family. And I'm so grateful to the doctor. Now, the reason for why she did so, sorry, my mind just went, is because she was getting worried over my blood pressure, because we ended up having an issue, and it was on the Friday before. My appointment was on Tuesday, but it was the Friday before we got into this whole issue thing. Was at the damn grocery store. This person showed up, and there was a situation that happened, and wasn't too fond of it, and I try not to dwell on certain things. I try my damnedest, but sometimes my brain just won't let it go. I mean, it's irritating, quite honestly. And it drives me nuts, because it's like, I try not to think about it, and yet it comes back. But, by Tuesday, went in for the doctor's appointment, and my blood pressure was a teensy bit high. The lower number kind of worried the doctor, and, yeah, and, so yeah, I got permission to stay away from this person. And at first they couldn't get it through their thick head and whatnot, and I don't know, my pregnancy, they seem to be making it all about them, like themselves, instead of, I'm not trying to be conceited, but when it's blatantly obvious that you are trying to take care of me just for the baby, it's kind of depressing and irritating. And yes, I want my baby taken care of too. Yes, I want to do everything in order to protect the child and do everything right and whatnot, but mommy needs some loving too. And, buying shit for a child that isn't even here yet, like a shirt and a bib and a toy, and you're making it all about you, instead of at least a little bit of the mommy or the daddy, it gets really, really frustrating, really irritating. Just saying. But, yeah. And I'm also not working. Haven't worked since April. And I had way too much stress. My anxiety was really high. And just separating myself from particular people within the work life, within the personal life, family and whatnot. It has really helped, quite honestly. And, I know people say in order to, get off the web, get off the, everything else and whatnot. But you know what? I have found that at least in this town, nothing against the state in particular, but at least in this town, especially the women, it's mainly the women, and are some women that I absolutely adore in this town, so, but particular women, the majority of the women within this town, other than those that I have found and loved, seem really snobbish and really snotty, and they have a lot of attitude. And that even my husband has stated that at least within this town, the southern hospitality and whatnot that you hear about, apparently you can only get that in this town if you are from the South. If you have been born and raised in the South. In which case, I have not. I was born and raised in the North, in Connecticut. And I love Connecticut. I really do. It's beautiful. At least we actually have autumn. No offense, but fall leaves. I miss the autumn leaves. I really do. And just the feeling of autumn. I mean, I felt it for maybe a week. And then just... Anyway. Oh, random shit. And people. But what I was going to say about the people on the internet, when you are capable of connecting to people outside of a particular area, you can find more open-minded, supportive, generous, kind people. And, with me being cooped up in the fucking house because people can't keep their damn mouth shut, and, basically pissing me the fuck off and making my blood pressure skyrocket to the point that the doctor gets worried and I get worried because I don't know what in the world it can do to the baby. Having the internet and being able to actually talk to people outside of this damn town helps in order to make me happy. So I have been in a better mood. I haven't been in this good of a mood in months. And that's nothing towards my husband. I'm just talking about with other people. In general. With my husband, I am ecstatic. And, the day that our friend showed up in order to come and visit and attend our little courthouse wedding, that was utterly fantastic. And I love him for it dearly. He is a very, very good friend. And I absolutely love my husband. And it's nothing against them. It's just, you don't have cable. You have watched pretty much every movie that you own, which isn't actually that much compared to some other people. But that's okay. And you really don't have contact with the outside world other than, your friend and maybe even your mother and maybe another friend from Connecticut. It kind of, especially when people stop talking to you because they have other shit to do, because yes, I realize that people have lives and shit happens and whatnot. But it can get really lonely and really, really boring. We didn't think that me moving down here would be so damn difficult. When this would have happened. I mean, the pregnancy wasn't planned. But we didn't expect it to be so as difficult as it is with people in this town. But apparently it is. And now I basically have to stay away from people. But, yeah. Oh. I want to... Hold on. have a message for certain people. I'm not going to name names. You guys know me. I don't do that. But a couple of weeks ago, showed up at Starbucks in order to borrow their Wi-Fi before we got our internet back. Actually, it was kind of like a month ago or something. Yeah, it was about a month ago. And I had noticed that a couple of specific people had sent me friend requests on Facebook. These people I have had issues with in the past, and this message is for you guys. I'm not trying to offend or insult anybody, so please don't take this to heart. But just in protection of myself, of my husband, because I vent to him, and of my child that I'm carrying. If I have had issues with you in the past, and I have deleted you for a particular reason, I will not be accepting you back as a friend pretty much anytime soon. At least not until my baby is born. Because of my anxiety, because of my blood pressure, I don't want to go through the issues that I was going through before I got pregnant. With the negative statuses and people taking my videos, to heart and thinking that it's about a specific person and going on a rant, and quite honestly, seeing negative statuses about yourself as if you're not going to find it is really irritating. And it raises your blood pressure, and it gets you pissed off, and then you go into this rant, and it's just, I can't deal with it right now. I really can't. And like I said, I hope that I don't offend or insult anybody, but I am being me, and I am being blunt. I can't do it right now. I can't handle it right now. And if you're going to take this video and post it on Facebook and post the negative status about it, you know what? Whatever. I just can't deal with it right now. I really can't. If you're going to be positive on YouTube. Because I even on my Facebook, I have put all my posts to where only my friends on my list can see them, to the point that not everybody is seeing what I post, seeing everything that I comment. Of course, commenting on certain people's stuff, other people are gonna see it, but you get my point. I have basically made my life a little bit more personal and a little bit more private in order to keep out as much of the negativity as I can, because having almost 300 people on my friends list, they're generally people that I get along with. And if I don't get along with them, because of a particular issue, it's not the first time it's happened. Actually, at the beginning of the year, I actually had a person, try and argue with me over what I was experiencing, and they actually turned around and blocked me. Because they were basically trying to tell me how I was feeling and what I was going through. And I wasn't listening. So yeah, they got pissed off at me and blocked me. Whatever. I actually found it funny. I don't even know how long this video is. I really don't. And we will be seeing on how long this takes in order to upload, because we are with a different company now and not too sure on how this upload speed is going to be. So yay, fun. I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad. Trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to say. I'm being ignored by my cats. I don't think so. But yeah, I will be getting back into doing my usual videos. I mean, you know, I have time and I have internet and now the rabbit is starting to do shit. She's moving her food dish. Apparently she doesn't like it where it is. But anyway, before she gets too loud, I'm going to end this video. Especially because of the fact that I can't remember what else I was going to say. Okay, apparently she didn't want her food dish up there. Anyway, I'm sorry, I got distracted. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the hell time it is there, wherever you are. But I'll be back. I am back. We shall see. Get us a bless, and have a wonderful day.